questions.
I'm not going to talk about anything that's alleged. What I will talk about with you, hold on, you asked me a question and I get to answer it. What you asked me, alleged conduct that's part of a pending whistleblower lawsuit that was filed on the eve prior to Emil Bove's hearing today.
I'm not asking
highly
about that
suspicious.
case
Hold on,
specifically.
let me keep going.
Attorney
I would
General
run
Bondi,
through a wall
this is
for
my
Emil
time,
Bove
Mr. Chairman,
and
I
Todd
would like to
Blanche.
continue with my questions. I have very limited time.
We will follow court orders, Senator. The entire administration will follow court orders. The problem arises in the district courts. All these district courts throughout the country are tying our hands. And here's how we will follow them when we get to the United Supreme Court. We're winning.
Hey, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're breaking down a powerful hearing where former Attorney General Pam Bondi faced some tough questions from Senator Dick Durbin. This wasn't your usual political back and forth. There were serious topics on the table like the 2020 election, Trump's controversial call to Georgia, and the January 6th Capitol riot. Stick with me because this hearing revealed a lot more than just politics. It was about principles, fairness, and integrity under fire.
Yesterday,
let's jump.
And I know that Senator Van Hollen raised this issue. A former DOJ attorney filed a protected whistleblower complaint accusing Deputy AG Emil Bove and senior DOJ leadership of defying court orders, including through, quote, lack of candor, deliberate delay, and disinformation, unquote. The complaint also accuses this administration of firing the whistleblower for, quote, telling the truth to the court. These allegations are deeply concerning. Now, I know you said that you can't discuss the case, but can you confirm that you agree that this administration should follow court orders?
We will follow court orders, Senator. The entire administration will follow court orders. The problem arises in the district courts. All these district courts throughout the country are tying our hands. And here's how we will follow them when we get to the United Supreme Court.
I need to ask
we're winning.
A number of questions.
And so, yes,
I know
we're following the orders of the court.
Let me ask my questions. Can you confirm you will not allow any conduct like what is alleged to continue at the DOJ?
I'm not going to talk about anything that's alleged. What I will talk about with you, hold on, you asked me a question and I get to answer it. What you asked me, alleged conduct that's part of a pending whistleblower lawsuit that was filed on the eve prior to Emil Bove's hearing today.
I'm not asking about that
suspicious.
Case
Hold on, let me keep going. I would run through a wall for Emil Bove and Todd Blanche.
Like to continue with my questions. I have very limited time. Thank you. I just want you to confirm for this you will not allow conduct like that at the DOJ. Yes or no?
I will always support and defend Emil Bove, and I will defend Todd Blanche. They are two of the finest people I know and two of the ethical people I know.
Let me keep going here. Now, in April, DOJ abruptly terminated over 300 public safety grants that had already gone through a very rigorous and fair and apolitical application process with no explanation. This is funding to investigate and prosecute drug trafficking, to support foster care kids who experienced abuse or neglect, to expand access to forensic exams to prosecute violent crimes like sexual assault. These really senseless cancellations have already forced public safety organizations to cut employees and services. So I want to ask you, when you cut off the community-based violence intervention and prevention initiative funding, were you aware it is used to prevent and reduce violent crime?
Yeah, Senator, you weren't here for that, so I'm going to have to repeat myself. We have cut grants. I think we've cut 6%. But if we have cut a grant that you feel should not be cut, please reach out to me. I will personally look at it. We've turned multiple grants back on. Okay. We have an appeal process. But if you want to come to me directly, I would be happy to sit down with you and look at that and help you.
I'm happy. I appreciate
Again, we're doing everything we can.
Okay, but let me just ask you, when you cut off the expanding access to sexual assault forensic examination grant, were you aware that that grant helps our authorities prosecute rape and sexual assault?
I have no idea about that specific grant you're talking about. That's why I said if you want to come sit down with me, I would never cut a grant
I appreciate that.
intentionally
It's
that
very
has
hard
anything
for those
to do.
recipients on the other end across the country.
Can you
to
give me
get
the
a phone
details of
interview.
that grant?
I can absolutely do that, and my staff will get that to you, but those are two critical ones that I just wanted to ask you about today.
Again, we've turned many grants back on and will continue to. If you want to call me and we can discuss them with you.
But she also refused to prejudge anyone convicted without reviewing their specific case files first, showing a commitment to due process. Now, things got even more heated when Durbin questioned Bondi about her past lobbying work, especially for Qatar and big companies like Amazon and Uber. Bondi stood her ground, explaining her limited role and emphasizing the positive impact she made, particularly in anti-human trafficking efforts leading up to the World Cup. She also promised to consult ethics officials to avoid any conflicts of interest. This showed that she takes transparency seriously, even when facing tough political attacks. What really stood out was Bondi's calm, confident demeanor throughout the hearing. She didn't fall for the bait. She avoided soundbite traps and stayed focused on facts and principles. Instead of playing politics, she emphasized fairness, transparency, and the importance of context. This is exactly the kind of leadership many people are craving right now. If you appreciate clear, principled answers in a sea of political noise, don't forget to subscribe so you're always in the loop with real, no-nonsense coverage. Pam Bondi's performance wasn't just a defense of herself or even of Donald Trump, it was a defense of values that should matter to all of us. Due process, transparency, and justice under the law. This hearing reminds us why it's so important to look beyond headlines and sound bites and focus on the bigger picture. If you believe in leadership that stands for truth and integrity, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more honest discussions. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.